Join us as we honor the stars, visionaries, and icons who passed between September and December 1995 in the United States. Vivian Blaine. She was born in November 1921 and she died in December 1995. Her age was 74 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was congestive heart failure. An American actress and singer, best remembered for originating the role of the long-suffering Miss Adelaide in the classic 1950 musical Guys and Dolls. She reprised the role in 1952 London production and the 1955 film adaptation. Lita Dre. She was born in April 1908 and she died in December 1995. Her age was 87 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death were complications from cancer. An American actress best known as the second wife of the silent film star Charlie Chaplin, whom she married at age 16 when she was pregnant with his child. She later published a controversial memoir about their marriage. Annetta Corsott. She was born in November 1933 and she died in November 1995. Her age was 62 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death were complications from cancer. An American actress best known for her role as school teacher Helen Crump, the eventual wife of Andy Taylor on the popular sitcom The Andy Griffith Show. She also appeared in the horror classic The Blob. Mary Wicks. She was born in June 1910 and she died in October 1995. Her age was 85 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death were complications following hip surgery. An American character actress whose tall, angular fame and sharp wit made her a memorable presence in over 50 films and countless television shows. She was often cast as a no-nonsense, wise-cracking sidekick, nurse, or maid. Roxy Roker. She was born in August 1929 and she died in December 1995. Her age was 66 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was breast cancer. An American actress best known for playing Helen Willis on the popular 1970s sitcom The Jeffersons. Part of the first interracial couple on a primetime television series. She was also the mother of musician Lenny Kravitz. Dean Martin. He was born in June 1917 and he died in December 1995. His age was 78 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was an acute, non-diabetic kidney failure. A legendary American singer, actor, comedian, and member of the Rat Pack, known for his smooth voice, easygoing charm, and partnership with Jerry Lewis. His hits include That's Some More and Everybody Loves Somebody. Butterfly McQueen. She was born in January 1911 and she died in December 1995. Her age was 84 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death were injuries from a house fire. An American actress best known for her role as a young, easily excitable maid, Tracy in the 1939 film Gone with the Wind. She later worked in education and civil rights and was known for refusing stereotypical roles. Slappy White. He was born in September 1921 and he died in November 1995. His age was 74 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was heart attack. An American comedian and actor who was a major figure in the Chitlin circuit and a longtime stand-up partner of Red Fox. He was known for his sharp jokes and smooth delivery. Louis Malle. He was born in October 1932 and he died in November 1995. His age was 63 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death were complications from lymphoma. A highly acclaimed French film director, screenwriter and producer, whose works often explode controversial themes and span the French New Wave and Hollywood. He was nominated for multiple Academy Awards throughout his career. George Kirby. He was born in June 1923 and he died in September 1995. His age was 72 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death were complications from Parkinson's disease. An American comedian and impressionist, known for his masterful mimicry of singers and actors, which made him a frequent guest on variety shows. He struggled later in his career with drug issues and tax problems. Darren Robinson. He was born in June 1967 and he died in December 1995. His age was 28 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was heart failure. An American rapper and actor, best known as Buffy the Human Beatbox, and a member of the pioneering hip-hop group The Fat Boys. He was famous for his influential beatboxing skills and was one of the first rappers to use his own weight as part of his image. Essex Hemphill. He was born in April 1957 and he died in November 1995. His age was 38 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death were complications from AIDS. An influential American poet and activist whose work focused on the experiences of black gay men, exploring themes of AIDS, racism, and homophobia. His poems and essays were crucial to the formation of black gay identity politics in the 1980s and 90s. Stretch. He was born in August 1968 and he died in November 1995. His age was 27 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was homicide. An American rapper and record producer, best known for his work with East Coast hip-hop acts like Tupac Shakur and The Live Squad. He died in a drive-by shooting exactly 1 year after Shakur was shot in 1994. Shannon Hoon. He was born in September 1967 and he died in October 1995. His age was 28 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was overdose of cocaine. An American singer, songwriter, and lead vocalist of the rock band Blind Melon, known for his distinctive vocal style and energetic stage presence. He died tragically from a drug overdose while the band was on tour. Douglas Corrigan. He was born in January 1907 and he died in December 1995. His age was 88 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. An American aviator who gained worldwide fame in 1938 after flying from New York to Ireland, claiming he took the wrong way during a licensed flight to California. His humorous claim earned him the nickname Wrong Way Corrigan. Margaret St. Clair. She was born in February 1911 and she died in November 1995. Her age was 84 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was undisclosed. An American science fiction and fantasy author who published over 130 short stories and several novels, often under pen name Idris C. Bright. Her work explored themes of paganism, witchcraft, and gender roles. Orville Radenbacher. He was born in July 1907 and he died in September 1995. His age was 88 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was heart attack. An American food scientist, agronomist, and entrepreneur who dedicated his life to perfecting popcorn, creating his own superior hybrid corn seed. He was instantly recognizable as the white-haired face of his gourmet popcorn brand. Ann Dunham. She was born in November 1942 and she died in November 1995. Her age was 52 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was ovarian cancer. An American economic anthropologist and the mother of the 44th United States President Barack Obama, spending most of her career in Indonesia. She specialized in rural development and microfinance. Charles Smith. He was born in March 1901 and he died in December 1995. His age was 94 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. An American real estate developer and philanthropist in the Washington metropolitan area, he played a key role in developing GW's branch campus in Loudoun County, Virginia. The Charles E. Smith Center at George Washington University is named in his honor. Nick Connor. He was born in July 1904 and he died in December 1995. His age was 91 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. An American politician in the state of Florida, Connor served in the Florida State Senate from 1955 to 1965 as a Democratic member of the 9th District. He was a member of the Pork Chop Gang, a group of legislators from rural areas that dominated the state's legislature due to malapportionment and used their power to engage in McCarthyist tactics. Margaret Young. She was born in August 1908 and she died in November 1995. Her age was 87 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was undisclosed. An American novelist, poet, and teacher, whose most famous work is the massive modernist novel Miss McIntosh, My Darling, which took her 17 years to complete. She was known for her eccentric personality and intellectual rigor. Madeleine Murray O'Hare. She was born in April 1919 and she died in September 1995. Her age was 76 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was being murdered by a former employee. An American activist supporting atheism, separation of church and state, and feminism. In 1963, she founded American Atheists and served as its president until 1986, after which her son succeeded her. She created the first issue of American Atheist magazine and identified as a militant feminist. She was infamously murdered by a former employee in 1995. Annie Elizabeth Delaney. She was born in September 1891 and she died in December 1995. Her age was 104 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was undisclosed. An American dentist who, with her sister Sarah, co-wrote the best-selling memoir, Having Our Say, which documented their lives as daughters of a former slave who became college-educated. She was known as Bessie. Bobby Riggs. He was born in February 1918 and he died in October 1995. His age was 77 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death were complications from prostate cancer. An American professional tennis player who was the world #1 player in the 1940s, but is most famously known for his promotion of the 1973 Battle of the Sexes match against Billie Jean King. He was known for his showmanship and gambling. Johnny Moss. He was born in May 1907 and he died in December 1995. His age was 88 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. An American professional poker player who was widely considered one of the greatest players of his time, winning the World Series of Poker main event 3 times. He was one of the inaugural inductees into the Poker Hall of Fame. Your support keeps their memories alive. Like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe for more stories of those who made history.